Welcome back to another episode of Let's Go Hunt. Remember when you banged your pinky toe and thought it was broken for an hour? Well, tonight on that show we have Dave Packard, undead, or Baldy Locks, whatever, what have you. Sam Alexander in the process of building a 10mm auto turret, and you lost it. Vince H, who sounds sexier than you, and here for your souls because I'm death incarnate. I'm Mike Gonsalves. Tonight around the campfire, the hunting season might be
That's
over.
last week.
Oh, tonight. Last week, around the campfire, the hunting season might be over, but quick, delete it.
Shut up.
Oh.
Tonight, around the campfire, things that burn.
Yeah.
This week, something else.
Whoa.
I am death incarnate. What is this? Freaking Modern Warfare 2 and you're in middle school?
What parts of my body don't burn?
incarnate.
When you said incarnate, I thought you cut out for a second. I was like, oh, no, that's the end of the word. Oh.
It's not incarnation or incantation.
Man, that was the
Well-
last time a Call of Duty. That was not the last time a Call of Duty game was good, but
Black Ops was the last one I enjoyed. Black
One
Ops
or
2
two?
came out and they just the first
2 was
one.
garbage.
The Vietnam one. The Vietnam one was fucking. Wasn't that the numbers? The numbers Mason?
Yeah.
You quote the numbers Mason all the time.
Well, that's because that's funny. Also,
It
because
is.
it's a cultural reference and because it has to do with actual number stations, which I find to be interesting.
And terrifying.
Yeah, but they're not actually brainwashed people. Number stations, that's what they are. Number stations are putting out numbers, some of them real, some of them fake, for recipients who are holding a one-time pad, which corresponds with the sender. If you know what a one-time pad is. I can go down this rabbit hole.
But we definitely don't need to go into the this is our moose comrade rabbit
Aren't they
hole.
mostly single use?
One-time pads? Yeah.
Yes, you
Well,
did.
when your lady's got that time in the month, she gets out the pad, one-time use.
Gideon Optics in the chat says, "Oh, good, I couldn't find anything queer to watch tonight." Yes,
Oh,
yes,
well,
you did.
you lucked out. Yes, you did. No,
Um,
one-time pad is like the single best method of encryption to send a message to somebody. It's usually a sheet of groups of lettered of 5 numbers, all grouped together in separate columns and rows, and you translate your message into a series of numbers. You subtract it from the numbers on your one-time pad, which is corresponding to the other guy's pad, who then does the reverse addition, and then off he goes.
Wait, I
and the
saw
only
this
way
in
it could be
Christmas story.
And
Drink
the only
more
way
Ovaltine.
what?
That was the
Drink
message,
more
right?
Ovaltine, yeah. But the only way it can be compromised is if one party or the other, loses control of their pad. That's why it's supposed to be one time. You're supposed to use it, and then you burn that sheet, and you don't try and use it because there's numbers left over.
He's like burner phone now.
Yeah. So, what's the number station? Is it? I forget what the number station. The name of it is in Havana, but it's been playing constantly since like the it's Attention. It's been playing constantly since the Cold War, and it just does nothing but give out. I can't remember if it's grouped in 5 numbers or not, but it just gives out nothing but numbers.
So wait. No, I'm just thinking about like the lottery system now and when they're calling out numbers like 7.
It could be
52.
no shit. That could be. I mean, it's probably getting a little conspiratorial, but theoretically, yeah, that could
It's
totally be.
I don't have conspiracies.
Only facts.
These aren't
and things that
theories.
haven't been proven yet.
No, they're like that. It could be somebody's
So-
communicating with someone.
What's the radio frequency for this lottery number station?
Oh, in Havana, attention. I can't remember.
Attention. Here is the lottery. That explains why they're all trying to get to
can't-
Miami.
don't
They want to win the
think
Miami
so.
lottery.
I can't remember if you can tune into it from here in Colorado. I can't remember. The fact that it's not pulling up anything at Google confirms that it's real. Anyway,
I
You
bet
gotta
Dusky
DuckDuckGo
can pull it
that
up.
shit.
Dusky could probably hear it, yeah, because he's right down there in the old. I mean,
He's
it's
North Cuba.
probably putting off in a frequency that's in the high frequency range. So A, my radio couldn't hit it anyway, and B, it's probably bouncing around everywhere.
He can probably hear it if he just steps outside on a quiet night.
He can probably hear it if he opens his mouth and the CIA receptors in his mouth just tune in properly. Get the atmospheric interference. But let's not do that because Dusky's probably one of them. And if he hears the numbers, he might go off.
I mean, he's in Florida. That's not our problem.
That's fair.
That
Florida man loses his mind after hearing random numbers.
Oh, anyway, so what else happened in an ordinary day in Florida? Got it.
Finna build the Jacksonville Canal.
Oh, that's, how you can, that's the best way to communicate your honey holes for hunting to all your buddies. One time pad. That way no one else can find them. Totally secret. Perfect.
This is going to be really cool when 3 of us are muted because we're coughing our lungs out.
You know what Onyx needs? Is like expiring waypoints like Snapchat. Like you can only view it for a day or 10 minutes, whatever you choose.
And if you screenshot it, it sends a notification.
Exactly.
Saying,
Like,
so
you bitch.
Your spot. Like, oh, you son of a bitch.
See? How very 2025 of you.
The waypoint only shows up if you stand in this spot and point your camera at a quarter moon rising at a certain time. It's like disappearing letters and hidden text on an ancient map. Like, this is where the deer be.
It's the Hobbit all over again. The runes on the back of the map can only be written or only be read by I forget what it is, but the light of a certain moon. If any of y'all haven't figured it out yet, these 3 are all dying, and I am in the process of not dying. So this is another variety show.
If I see your truck at my chicken store, I'm going to go lick your door handle.
My truck hasn't been at your chicken store in like 5 weeks. So take that, sir.
You're going to show up tomorrow morning and be like, I want a chicken biscuit. And then you're going to get sick and wonder why.
Nah.
It's because I licked your nasty salt-covered door handle.
I do still have to give you this little miniature samurai sword, though. I
Yeah,
keep forgetting it's here, except for every Tuesday night when I come down to my desk and find it.
I keep forgetting you have it, except every Tuesday night when you mention it.
It'd be pretty hard to find his pickup at your chicken store if your ass is at McDonald's, you fucking traitor.
This is true.
I got to keep those cows in their place, though, man. Like, they're not the top of the food chain. They need to figure that out. Stop
Isn't
telling
your
me what to
fucking
do.
mascot a cow that says eat more chicken?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. He got to learn his place. Like, shut up, cow. Move
Yeah, we
over.
never actually ate at Chick-fil-A when I was a kid. And so I can remember being in the mall, and there's a Chick-fil-A in the mall, and there's always that sign that says eat more chicken. I was always just highly intrigued by this place that we never went to, but that had cows out front.
Why does it have a cow advertising chicken? I don't
Well, it had
this doesn't
3.
make sense.
I remember the sign had the 3 cows, and they each had one sign, eat more chicken. And we never went in there.
Spelled
We'd go
terribly.
to Taco Bell. We'd go to the freaking, was it Sabo Pizza or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Terrible mall
Sbarro.
It's
Sbarro. There we go. We'd go
always
there,
Sbarro's.
but we'd never go to freaking this cow chicken restaurant.
Mommy, can we try the cow chicken store?
I may have been like freaking 18 the first time I had Chick-fil-A.
I bet it was about there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Every
So,
time we
can
drove by
eat it
Chick-fil-A.
where there's the racist genocidal cows.
Where
we
were
always
you
saw the
when
drive-through
you lost
line.
your
We're
chicken
like,
virginity?
nope. Kept on driving.
So
So-
anyway,
Now I eat beaver and
do
chicken.
you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you eat that beaver.
Oh, well, we're getting close.
Yeah.
Another.
We are.
Oh God! If you keep doing this voice, I'm gonna. Don't do that in my ear again.
Beaver edging.
Let me take this little miniature
He
samurai
can't
sword
take it. He'll finish.
and jam it in each ear until I'm freaking.
You could probably
He
jam
was
that in your
mad
ear and
because my
still miss your
voice
brain.
is moister than yours.
Your voice doesn't sound moist. It sounds extremely dry.
No, it sounds dry. It makes you moist.
All right, I'm done.
Montana Dirt Roads.
You all ran this
He
shit
was
without me.
He was 38 when he had Chick-fil-A for the first time,
Is
and that is 5 years in the future for me.
That was like 3 years ago for me.
He was 38 when they built the first Chick-fil-A in Montana. Got it.
Yeah, copy.
It's like when they built the Taco Bell down my brother was stationed in Del Rio. They built one right, 3 miles off the border, and according to him, the only people in the drive up had Mexican license plates. All the Americans are like, "Oh no, man, there's authentic Mexican food here," and all the Mexicans are like, "Holy shit, they got the good stuff. Let's go."
Jesus.
I thought they flew it in on a pond jumper.
Dusky was wondering who our sultry guest was. I knew that was going to happen.
Nobody recognizes him because he doesn't have his other light on.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can't
turning
see
it
his
on either.
face.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That'd be terrible for
Oh,
yourself.
that's why his voice is like that. This is one of those like 60 Minutes interviews where he's
Yeah.
actually a drug dealer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is this your Glock 40?
This is my problem solver.
He's dumb.
I've been asked to testify against these three idiots. I'm now in
So
witness
you're the narc.
protection.
No, I had to install some security cameras on my house today finally because of shit happening in the neighborhood, and we got ones that, well, I described it to a buddy as they traverse, and apparently normal human beings don't use the term traverse for things. They use stuff like pan and tilt. I think of life in terms of tank turrets, which have traverse and elevation. So whatever. I'm just sad that it's my right. It is my right. If I wanted to build a 10 millimeter auto turret using a high point, I should be able to do that. But instead, the government's over here stepping on my neck, telling me no.
You will immediately lose your 10 millimeter.
Also stepping on your
Only
neck,
if they
too.
bring a ladder. And here's the thing: it'll send me a notification that someone's in my yard, so I've got it. This makes it interesting because now it's a race to see if they can climb the ladder faster than I can shoot them. It's a sport.
Roden said bear trap should be legal to use on your own property, and I would agree, unless I'm shoveling snow, and then I'm gonna have a really bad fucking morning because I know I'm
Where
gonna
is
step in
it?
one.
I think it's somewhere around here.
Tink, 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 clang. Found it.
Damn it, bear trap, where are you?
Also,
It'll be cold enough that I won't feel it instantly. It'll just be like, oh, this is not good. And then it hits, and it's like, oh, yeah, I was correct.
Besides,
The
if somebody-
sound,
if
the
somebody
sound of the
steals-
trap was muffled by the snow, but it could not muffle my screams.
I need you to narrate my book with this voice, Vince.
then you better get on it fast because it's going
Right.
to change tomorrow.
It may be gone very soon.
Oh,
You ever
guarantee
listen
it's
to an
gonna be
audiobook
tomorrow.
and you hear the voices change and you're like, what the hell is that all about? That's what it was.
It depends.
COVID.
The original recording of all the Harry Potter books as an audiobook, which came out when I was like 10. Same dude did all the voices. Excellent job. And then you listen to some book where it's like some freaking craggedy old man is trying to sound like a little girl or some woman trying too hard to sound like a man, and I'm out. Like, nope. Just read it in a normal voice. I don't want to hear you try and pitch your voice to sound feminine. That's gay. Ugh.
I like when they pitch their voices to sound feminine and add a like Cockney accent or something like that to it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that happens.
I can't do accents right now. Sorry.
You're doing on your entire voice is an accent.
Look,
I'm
if I
surprised
try
you're
and talk
alive.
in mid range, it just disappears.
Your Nick-
This is all I have.
Someone said it earlier. It's your Nick
Oh,
Dooley
it
impersonation.
does.
Dogs everywhere just
No,
went.
I tried to talk up here and then just goes. He's gone.
I like that voice. More of that voice, please.
No,
Now say, I think I need a bigger box.
no, senor. No can talk.
You buy.
If we were all playing roles on this podcast, Vince would be Morgan Freeman. As of this moment.
Well, now he's muting freedom. Yeah. All right, I'm done. I can't tonight.
Well, I've noticed.
Fuck you.
Mm. I'm just, nah.
All right. So, Dave, as dead as you are, we've got a new thing we need to talk about because the Colorado.
More fucky shit.
Yeah, more fucky shit. Like
Say, don't
the fish
accuse
squeeds
me.
are easy. He even
Right.
sent me this, and he's like, "Oh, this looks promising." And then he sent me a message a couple days later. Hey, I was wrong. This shit's fucky. And I was like, "Oh, cool." It's
Wait,
That's when he learned it was not promising.
you're accusing Dave of being dead. Dave is the second least dead person on this podcast right now, sir.
Right?
I sound deader than Dave.
When you hack up half of a lung, yeah.
Valid.
Dave has practiced hacking up a lung, so he knows how to contain it, versus you're just over here like scream coughing into the microphone.
I'm a
I'm not
seasoned
even-
hacker.
That is my practiced hack.
I'm not even I'm not like
Yeah.
corporeal at this point. I'm just a disembodied voice in the
I
darkness.
don't know what that means.
Well, You would be if your glasses weren't reflecting your.
Dave, it means we need to call Ghostbusters because.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, Dusky's like, "What's fucky? What's going on?" Thanks, Dusky, for getting.
No,
us
it's
back on
it's
track.
suspense. We're drawing it out.
It's called a cliffhanger, and we've lost our audience, our
What's
one
fu-
listener.
What's fucky is it's Colorado. That's all you need to know.
yeah. And now we have another bill getting pushed through that is targeting wildlife management. And instead of using they're changing wordage in a previous act from like shall use hunting as a means of conservation to may use hunting as a best practice, best scientific method.
It is Bill 25-1258.
Yes.
For the record.
Yeah, it's not a lot that they're changing, but what they're changing is just watering it down so that over time, immediately nothing would probably change. It would still be you have the same seasons and everything, and then slowly they would say, "Well,
Oh, not even that.
take
All right, so
this
says-
out and this
hang on.
out and this out."
Hang on. Did we establish what the problematic 3-letter quotation out of the bill is?
The
May.
problematic three. Yeah, May.
No,
Let me-
no,
let me-
It
No,
is.
it's-
It is that the bill is basically they want to make all these changes to be based on the best available science.
Yeah, that.
That
that's
to
what I was
me
gonna-
is
I
the
was gonna
big
read the-
problematic part.
The on the leg.colorado.gov etc. website, scientific wildlife management's the name of the bill concerning requiring the Parks and Wildlife Commission to use the best available science to manage wildlife. The bill summary on the bottom says, in Colorado's wildlife statutes, the legislative declaration commits the state to use hunting, trapping, and fishing as the primary methods of effecting wildlife harvests. The bill requires the Parks and Wildlife Commission to use the best available wildlife and ecological science to adopt rules that benefit wildlife, whole ecosystem health, and all Coloradans. So basically, the way it was explained to me is using the best available science, they can just keep changing the goalposts and change the science used for conservation and eventually change it to where we can't hunt anymore.
Yeah, it's all based on one fucking dude. It's like, this is my science.
Yeah.
Cressida.
Or-
Just it's no different than any other crap that they push. It's just part of their agenda, and they're going to say it's science. They're going to say it's researched. It's control of the populace is what it is.
Well,
this
I
coming
don't
from
like
the
it
people-
changes.
Go.
It changes shall utilize to may authorize
Right.
the
Yeah.
use
Yeah,
of
it
hunting.
makes
Because that may not be the best available science.
Well, yeah, it makes it from it being, the primary tool to being totally optional now, which is
Yeah.
just fancy talk for. I mean, they couldn't push their freaking wild cat hunting ban through, so now they're trying to find another end run to attack hunting, which is all this is. Because these are the same people. This is the party of. I'll get political. This is the party of let's deny science in all random areas, or let's manipulate data. Granted, everyone, both sides, every politician and political freaking influence in the world does this crap. But let's manipulate all the data we want. Yeah, like this shit's gonna be fair and balanced. My ass.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, no. But so, are there any other viable options that we can see? I mean, like, what state should I move to? And is Canada a state yet? And
I don't want Canada to become a state. If we're gonna go there, I don't want Canada to become a state. I want Canada to become a territory.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Territories are
moving.
more useful.
I'm not moving to Saskatchewan because fuck spelling that.
Well, can you even spell Quebec?
Well, yeah,
Well,
it starts with a Q. What, 6
Well,
letters?
Q W A E K Quebec.
RSTLNE.
I know
Whoa.
Yukon.
Fucking A.
Every time I see that in not Germany, Jeopardy, I think of R.L. Stein, the author.
Nerd. You can't do it.
You're a nerd.
Yeah, I'm a
See,
nerd because I
Montana
can
Dirt
read
Roads
written,
gets it that
written word.
territories can't vote. Exactly, sir. And territories can be exploited.
Ooh.
Honestly, if the
Ooh.
populations of Puerto Rico and Guam could add electorates, it'd just be more electorates for the blue side.
Well, that's why I'm saying I don't want Canada to become a state. I want Canada to be a territory.
So Canada's blue for a different reason. It's just because they're so fucking cold.
No, it's because they're all sad.
Fuck Trudeau.
I'd rather not.
You ever see the video where the lady was like, "Hey, you're Justin Trudeau, right?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." She's like, "Hey, can you get the fuck out of Canada, please?" And he's like, "Have a nice day." Walks off. It's fucking great.
I will say, being a gun owner in Canada is almost like having your own FFL, because once you pass everything, they just ship shit to your house, and you can have short bow shotguns and shit.
Cool.
That's how it should be here, but without the.
There's no
FFL.
NFA in Canada. There's just
The only
absolute bullshit. But
the only other enviable part of Canada to me is they don't have our. Is it a sanction, embargo, whatever? They can they can get all the super cheap Chinese ammo they want.
Oh yeah,
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
dirt cheap 7.62x39 they want, because they didn't ban that shit back in the 90s like we did.
and they can still get Norinco SKSs too.
Yeah.
Not AKs though, because Trudeau sucks.
Yeah.
God.
So anyway, I'm moving to Idaho or
What?
Utah, one of the two.
We are planning
Yeah.
a family trip to Boise this summer, so maybe I can actually.
you're going
convince
to
her
the
house out.
worst town in Idaho.
You brought this up last week, Dave.
I did, and he did, and yes,
Bro.
they have chicken stores there. Maybe they have.
Oh, frick. See, that's the problem. Your goddamn fillet of chick.
If I'm going to move states, I may as well try to find some place that I have a job.
Do you do transfers to Idaho? Yeah, we have one store there. No, we do not deliver.
Nice.
There are 3 Chick-fil-A's in Boise, and all 3 of them deliver. The question is, which one has their own cars?
Ronan says, so I genuinely think the way we conquer Canada is without their knowledge, and every time they speak up, we're just like, shh.
That would work, actually. It really would.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Take
Oh,
down the
sorry.
maple leaf and raise Old Glory, and they're just like, "What are you doing, eh?" And you're just like, "Shh." No shots fired. Canada is now territories.
I mean,
Well,
this
no
is a
shots
country that
fired.
This is country that basically did the equivalent of asking your mom to move out of the basement back in the 80s. So, I mean, the United States of America rebelled. Hell, even Haiti, for it being a shithole now, they'd had themselves a nice little bloody revolution. Meanwhile, Canada's like, can we do our own? Can we move out now, Mom?
Hey,
Please.
Mom, I'm 27. Can I move out?
She's like, no, stay in the basement.
Like, I don't know
making you
why you're
meatloaf.
doing this to
No,
me.
no. She said they could leave the basement, but they still had to call home every day. And she's still in
And pay
control of
rent.
their finances.
This sounds like when I was in tech school, when the MTLs came out and found out we were having lake parties, and they said, when you reside in the dorms, that means you have to sleep here. And it's basically the same thing. It's like mom says, you reside here, that means you have to sleep here. I don't care if you sleep for an hour, but you have to sleep here.
My house, my rules, Sonny.
But what if I'm not here? I don't have to follow your rules. You still live here, my rules.
Do you have childhood trauma?
Yeah, look at
I
that
got lots
hair.
Isn't it glorious?
Not really.
A couple more weeks, I
Keep
might
going.
be able to get a decent ponytail.
Oh, gross.
The
No.
moment you do that, I'm disowning you.
Booting
I
you
will not
off.
be seen around you again. Eh,
Red-headed ponytail.
gross.
God.
Oh, you know what's really embarrassing when you're setting up your freaking security cameras and they catch you from the side angle looking at your phone, and you see your little double chin action that's going on from the side, and
Your
you go,
jowls.
"Oh God, I'm fat." Now you muted yourself, Mike.
How's the treadmill thing going?
Well, now that I'm not dead, I can do it again. But anywho,
He can't treadmill his face. I mean, he can, but I hope he
I
videos.
wish he would.
hey, I am
on
down.
film.
I am down 10 pounds since I stopped drinking. That's mostly had to do with stop drinking soda, probably. I finally
thought you
let
were
myself have a couple of Cokes over the weekend because I discovered that I had gone so far past the impulse of drinking one that it was no longer a challenge. So I needed to drink a couple so that I could then, be challenged by it still.
Got to keep yourself in check.
Yeah.
Stay out of checkmate, though. Like, just check.
Well, while we're on the topic of Colorado,
Yes.
so brochures are out, and Big Game Draw opens up this Saturday, March 1st.
I may have thrown that away by accident.
Well, good thing you can download the PDF from CPW at .state.co.us.
Or even on the MyCPW app, where it's always on your phone, even if you have no
Wow.
service.
Yeah, that too. But
That is
Wow.
awesome.
couple new things for 2025 here in the old CO. You can no longer take coyotes with an unfilled big game tag like you
Yay.
could in years past. So, I mean, you need if you're non-resident, you have to, if you want to hunt in Colorado, you have to have what they call a qualifying license, which is either a fishing license or a small game license. So if you want to shoot coyotes, just get a small game tag and then you're good for the year. But you can't shoot coyotes if you draw an elk tag with a fishing license. You can't just shoot coyotes before you shoot your elk. So that's a change. No over-the-counter non-resident archery elk west of I-25, which we were kind of talking about that earlier later last year. But
Wait, run that past me one more time.
no non-resident over-the-counter
Okay.
archery elk tags. Yeah. And Unit 140, I think is what they said. Yes, GMU 140. So you'll have to put in for an actual draw instead of count on it over the counter. Colorado has new secure firearm storage laws. So if you leave your firearm unattended in a vehicle, it has to be locked up and hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So keep your mind on that. if you go tooling off somewhere with binoculars over a hill, make sure you hide your shit because they're trying to fuck us out here. But nothing really major changed other than that. So they added
Yeah.
some second season antelope tags and moved some licenses from list B to list A. So just check the brochure. But those are the big ones that I took away from it.
Look at him reading the brochure instead of looking at it after the fact like the rest of us.
Right here.
Actually plans ahead
Brochure.
instead of going out and hunting and going like, wait, was that illegal? Like, look up. Oh, no, I definitely didn't do that.
Hey, Roden, I need a bigger box. You will know.
Oh, and they said that in regards to not being able to shoot coyotes on an unfilled big game tag is because it's an effort to improve the coyote harvest estimations, which come from HIP data from small game and coyote hunters, which if you hunt coyotes with a big game tag, you're not subject to the small game survey. So, which are where coyotes are.
So
Yeah.
why not just put it in with the survey?
So
So they take it off
yeah,
because they can't ask you about it.
Yeah.
So wait.
It's
Asking
one
you
more.
about
It's two more questions in a big game survey. It was like, did you hunt coyotes? How many did you kill?
Yeah.
could you just get a small game license too and shoot coyotes?
You
Yeah.
can do that instead of a fishing license as your qualifying license. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
and then
you
you're
can't
good
have
all
a
year.
fishing license and then an unfilled elk tag and sitting out in the woods and shoot a coyote that wanders by.
Correct.
It's weird.
Can you still shoot them with the large caliber if you have the unfilled big game tag? Or did they take that
Yes.
away as
If
well?
you have a small game license,
Right. If you are valid to shoot the coyote, can you shoot it with your big game rifle?
as long as you have a valid big game license for that season where you're at.
So they didn't take away as long as your tag's unfilled, you can still use your big rifle.
If
They just
I'm
took away
in Unit 56 over by Buena Vista, if I'm in
Right.
Unit 56 and I'm hunting second season elk and I have a small game tag, which was my qualifying license, if I have a small game license while I'm hunting elk in second season, I can shoot a coyote with a 30-06 as long as I haven't killed an elk yet.
perfectly
If you
explained.
have killed one, then you get into caliber restrictions.
It's coming
Because
right
then you
for
can be
us.
considered
Bob,
approaching,
yeah,
which
Bob,
I'm sure. Yo,
yeah, Bob's got the right idea. It's coming right for us.
I'm sure Squeezer can go into that a little more than I can, and I could be wrong. That's the way that I've interpreted it, and that's the way that I've seen it. So, because
That's
if
why I
you
was
have
asking.
an unfilled tag, then you're still completely legal. So,
Right. What the? That was a terrifying grin I saw on Vince's face just now. I wish he would turn the light on, or
Did you just see his teeth?
Yeah, the
Rodent's
Cheshire
talking
Vince.
trash. So that's actually giving nightmares.
You are the thing of my nightmares. I love it.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you.
you ever had your buttholes paid attentions to?
Not that you mention it. Oh goodness.
Oh,
Apparently
Gideon
Bob
Optics
thinks
is like
I'm-
best show yet, liar.
Bob thinks I'm prettier in the dark.
So do I. Can we take a vote on that? Oh, Dave's solidarity over here. He's not going to raise his hand.
Not jumping on that bandwagon.
Oh, you're not a bandwagon fan? Come on.
No, I missed the beard.
Fair.
Wonder if I can get it in the light. Nope. It
No,
just
please don't.
I lifted
you-
it up and you can see my neck underneath it.
You
Put that
lifted
back
It's
down.
glowing in the darkness.
Hell,
You just hiked up your neck skirt.
I
No
just
one wants to see
curtsied
your neck
with
pussy.
my face.
How do you spell curtsy?
I misspelled Quebec, so just come up with the
Curtsey,
one.
I think.
Curtsy.
So I'll be going on another night hike here on Friday. We'll go check the beaver ponds. Even though I know intellectually they're still totally frozen over, I want them to thaw out already.
I may or may not be able to go beaver hunting. But I wish
Wait,
the
are you
best.
talking about in April or like?
Yes, in April. I got a call today and I have my surgery for my knee scheduled in April. So
Oh, not
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking of the other surgery you had scheduled. My bad.
no, I'm not going to Trinidad, dickhead.
You don't have to go to Trinidad anymore. I don't
Yeah,
think.
they do it anywhere now.
No, I thought it was more hair implants.
No, it's putting his ponytail
I
to
complain about
actual
that?
use.
Did I complain about that a few weeks ago about seeing freaking pictures of hair implants popped up across one of my feeds, and I was horrified by it. And be like, if I ever do that, someone kill me.
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay, good. I'm not gonna go back into it again. No, I'm gonna go on a night hike, and where I'm going up to there on Onyx, it's all public land. On Onyx, there's a little marker for a mine. But when you zoom in on it, they don't see much. So we'll see if there's any mines up there or not. It said something about Dutchman's Mine, and I'm pretty sure Dutchman's Mine is an old folk tale. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Why would they have a folktale on a bunch of signs saying, "Hey, this old folktale is this way"?
Turns out it's not mines, it's just bear traps.
I challenge you to write a limerick involving the Dutchman's mine and nods.
I don't do poetry.
There once
No,
was
it's
a
yeah,
mine
it's
from
Lost Dutchman.
Nantucket.
It's Lost Dutchman's Mind is the folk tale. Basically, that there's some German immigrant. I just looked it up just to double check my info, but some German immigrant found some super rich vein of gold and mined it, but then died without telling anybody where it was at. So supposedly out there's a lost mine that's like money. It's kind of like buried pirate treasure type shit.
Seems like you'd have more fun beaver hunting with night vision, but without a rifle.
So beaver watching,
Yeah.
I've
Like
done
if-
that
Like if you just
on
There's-
accident, but I've done that.
There's bars that specialize in that.
Whoa.
it's true.
No, there's a pond like mile from my house, which back when before they
Oh,
built a bunch
yeah.
of houses around it, I wandered down there, and it was right after I bought my night vision. Because I'd go wander around going, ooh, ah. And then I looked down there, and I'd known that I didn't know there was any beaver alive down there because, those big ass oak trees with big fucking rings chewed out of them. And then sure enough, it's like, oh, look, there's a beaver in the water. And that's when I firsthand learned that they smack the water with their tails. And yeah, it was fun.
You know when you're
You look like a big bastard too.
when you're going down Voyager and you're about to turn into Shields and there's that duck pond
there's
to
a
the
big
right.
one. There's a big
Yeah.
one right over there. There's also a big one up in I can't, since going down the path of trying to trap and then hunt these large rodents, I can't drive around now without seeing some tiny little creek and body of water going, oh shit, there's beaver over there.
I wonder if the beavers actually live in that pond and if they're like that den
They
is
do.
active. Do
It
they?
looks like it is. My problem is I see all these places that I look up on Onyx and go, oh, it's on fucking private land. Shit. And a bunch of them are on like city owned land. So not like can contact, so and so
Yeah.
that owns it. It's like freaking municipal land. And then you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's kind of a lost cause there. I was gonna say if it was like me, mom, Paw up the road that had a few beaver ponds, I'd go be knocking
I
on
think-
doors.
I think the problem is a lot of people who have those in the areas I drive through, they probably aren't going to let you go kill their precious beavers. Because they're, the kind of people who are like, oh, but they're
That's
our
why
friends. It's like
you
my
gotta talk
brother.
to the dude.
It's like my brother who tried to frickin' scold me one time about how beavers are, nature's engineers. And it's like, yeah, I know. I still want to eat them.
That guy that's
You
looking
know
at
engineers are douchebags, right?
Oh, he should know he is one.
that guy that's looking at that whole
Zing.
concrete dam, and there's a little beaver floating around in the tail pit, and he's like, "There's no fucking way that beaver built this whole thing. No way." I got a lot of joy out of that.
Montana Dirt Road's asking if we need a fur bearer's license for beaver.
Yes.
Yes.
They are specifically under fur bearers.
Coyotes are also
bear fur.
considered fur bearers, but they are exempt from fur bearer license. So
Mhm.
Also on there is bobcats, in case you were wondering.
Bobcats, pine marten. Wait,
any
not pine
other
marten,
thing besides
yeah.
coyotes and prairie
rabbits
dogs.
and squirrels.
It's like the NFA, all other rodents.
Not just rodents. Cats too. Never did catch a cat.
No.
It's too late to go back up there now. But oh well,
Yeah, next year.
and the year
Mhm.
after.
Bobcats are difficult. Like I've talked to guys who have hunted around here for 20 years and like I've never seen a bobcat. I don't think they exist. And I've seen like a dozen of them just out wandering around in the woods or driving around. Like I see bobcats all the time.
I've seen them in my in-laws' backyard, but
I don't think I've ever seen
what am I
one.
gonna do with it back there?
I've seen quite a few bobcats, and they're bigger than you think.
I've shot a couple catting around my house. I shot a beady baby one.
Yeah, it was orange.
Dude. Yeah, those hides are a high dollar.
Wait, you're telling me baby bobcat hides? So, son
Dude,
of
fucking like $1,200, man.
What?
I shit you not.
Well,
poor
you
Vince.
just found that higher octave again.
That's not cool.
I mean, the adult ones go for $300-400, and you get the little baby ones. They're also soft. You sell
Oh,
that
man.
sell that shit straight to China, man.
We can't shoot. What are they, kits or cubs here in Colorado? We can't
Yeah.
shoot those. But I know guys that buy them.
Wait,
Yeah,
Actually, ironically, in Trinidad,
you know guys that buy. Wait, like they're just buying the hide, or are they doing something with them?
buying the hides.
Are they doing something with them, or just selling them on?
Unsure.
Okay, I'm just curious.
See,
What
Don't
you-
ask too many questions.
it's tough
just
enough
curious. I
seeing a
don't know what they're
bobcat
doing.
wander around the woods and, like, oh, man, it's not furberry season, but now that thing's got a price tag hanging off of it.
It's Furbear season.
Furberries. Furberry season. The furberries taste like furberries.
You're like, all right, kid, let's get it. Dad, is it Furbear season? Yep.
Yes, it is, son. Dad, it's September.
If anyone asks, it was about to eat you.
It's coming right for me.
If
Come
I
here, let
were
me
you,
smack you with its claws.
and if it's legal, I would definitely take young bobcats.
Well,
Freeze them, whatever. In Colorado, you have to get a bobcat seal, so every bobcat you shoot gets inspected. But and you can't take it to a taxidermist without having a bobcat seal.
Yep.
So,
well,
What? That's they just put all these laws in place so you can't shoot bobcats, man. They're against us.
I mean, there is a lot of stuff that goes into bobcats, like getting the bobcat seal. There's a lot of stipulations about bobcats, but it's a unlimited.
It's not terrible.
Take.
I mean, the biggest thing is just the getting the seal done, and that's within 5 days of. Wait, no. I think it's within 5 days of take. I can't remember. But basically, it's not like it's a super close window. They give you some wiggle room.
Yeah, no, it's not terrible, and it's not like male or female. It's just young or old.
I know you need to have the fur bearer license here, and it has to be fur bearer season, and you can shoot them out of season if they're bothering your livestock. But I need to look back into the stipulations about tagging them and disposal of hides. Oh shoot! I think my voice is actually
Go
going out.
lower.
Bye.
Dusky wants to ask what a bobcat seal ? It's just essentially like a brand they're going to throw on there that says this cat was legally taken, this fur was legally taken. Oh no, he's being a doofus. Never mind. For people who actually don't know what the hell we're talking about, they do the same thing with bear skins here, just to confirm that it's a legally taken animal and wasn't poached for the value of the fur.
It's like a
Imagine, if you
metal or
will.
a plastic tag that they put on the fur, and
Oh yeah, it is a
printed in a
plastic
way
tag. I
that
forgot about that.
like you can't pull it out without leaving a huge hole in it or something like that.
Challenge accepted.
Imagine, if you will, a taxidermy notary.
Yeah, that's a
If I
Great
can
way
get
to put it.
if I can get those anti-theft tags at Walmart off without making too much disturbance, I can get it out of that pelt, sir. There's so much crap at our Walmart that's tagged now. I'm getting good at it.
Is all of your deodorant behind lock and glass?
All of our Tide Pods are in nice little plastic boxes, and every single item in the tool aisle, even everything has little in it, which
My
is really
favorite-
stupid because those are the easy ones to remove. You just pull and it comes right apart. And it's like, all right, gonna
This
leave
makes
tag
me feel
here.
like I live in the best part of America.
You probably do.
You've
Compared to here,
Of all the things to have under lock and key, I don't think deodorant should be one, because if your ass stank,
they
To
have
bro.
like
get
I
you
was just
some.
about to say, like, you walk into Walmart and you ask an employee, "Hey, I noticed all your deodorant's locked up." Yeah, yes, sir, it is. We have high theft on deodorant. Well, it smells like maybe it shouldn't be.
Maybe just write that off. That's what
They have
insurance is
freaking-
for.
they have freaking boxers with a tag on them in our Walmart now. All the freaking boxers and all the socks have little anti-theft tags on them.
Oh, underwear boxers.
Yeah.
History is circular. It's going to go back to a mercantile where you show up at the counter and then the guy goes back and fills your order and takes it out to you.
Yep.
You're not allowed back there.
So Walmart pickup,
Yeah, it's going to go
put
straight
in your
to-
order, and they're like, "Sorry, we didn't have any iceberg lettuce. We substituted for spinach."
It'll be 2 weeks. I'm a dapper damn
Sorry.
man, damn it.
We didn't have any grape tomatoes. We substituted for grapes.
I mean, you're not joking, unfortunately.
I could have some about 2 weeks.
Some grape tomatoes or a Walmart.
It was a
It takes him about
Cool.
2 weeks to get his Walmart. Yes, good,
Yeah.
good time. He hooks up the old buggy and gets going.
How is the Walmart in Lamar for people watching?
It's a good Walmart. I was there. recently.
fairly entertaining.
Your shopping carts are a little goofy,
Our shopping carts are new and also don't squeak.
and they're also
Oh.
retarded.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have the foldy basket anymore,
Oh no.
like the little flappy deal.
Everybody
No,
loves the
you
the
shove a
child
kid?
foldy basket.
a-
Everybody loves
it's
the
a
child foldy basket.
solid basket on top with a
It's-
bigger
it's-
basket below.
But the bigger basket below is at like an awkwardly low height.
Yeah.
And the little like midgets where you stick your little midgets, that's at a weird height too. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's different. But we don't
Oh,
have the
great.
shopping carts where you
Bob
like,
just created a race in the chat.
One time use only code for Gideon Optics, $250. Code is LGH2.
Hey, don't
25.
put it. No, don't. This is not for the live. This is
This is
live
for the
show
people in the
listeners
chat.
only,
Yeah,
apparently.
This is
people
for
in the
people
chat
watching
here.
right now. Yeah.
Run.
Yeah. So if you download this episode and you listen to it's you're done too late, man. It's over.
All right, hang
That's
on,
okay.
guys.
They can vacillate on what to do for what am I going to buy? What am I going to buy? Like the winner of the giveaway was. I
Just-
don't think Rodens used that code yet.
he's waiting on the green dot, man.
Oh,
I know. He was messaging me about it, like, which one should I get? It's like, dude, I don't know what to tell you what to get. Buy whatever you want. Well, I don't know what I want. Like, what?
Sad
I
green
don't know
dot
what you want
noises.
either.
Well, I stopped reading, Bob. I should have. Yeah, you should have warned me. You should know. I'm pretty.
It's fine. I was just venting.
Anyway,
Anyway,
that's
I'm
so
pretty
nice of
excited.
Bob. Bob's awesome.
I'm just
Speaking
gonna
of
hang out.
Roden, when I was getting into reloading, Roden posted a reloading reel on Instagram at Dope Sick, and I had to go back and rewatch that just to make sure that I knew what the fuck I was doing, kind of. And he was doing all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty well right there. And then he goes in a couple more steps. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm poor. I can't do that.
What steps were they?
I got to the primer seating, and then he started annealing, and I was like,
Oh,
"Oh yeah,
no.
I'm not doing that."
Oh, you can anneal. You got a
Yeah,
pick
kneeling's
lighter, don't
easy
you?
actually.
get a pick?
I know.
Well, you can use a wax candle and just rotate it through there, nice and easy, and it does
Oh,
the
you
same
get
thing.
fancy with your freaking wax candles over
You
here.
don't have to sit there and hold it open, stupid. Like you
Yeah,
just light the candle.
You'd have to hold it open if you duct tape the little lever down too on your lighter.
Yeah, and
When
then
I'm making
Then he-
3,223 rounds and you have to trim, chamfer, and deburr them all, I'm not adding
Ugh.
another step to that.
Dude, don't do that with 223. You're wasting time. Just pick up the brass, shove a bullet in it, and you're good to
Basically.
go.
Basically, I
You
used to
don't
sit
even
there-
clean it.
Oh,
Just
no,
pick
No,
it up
I
off the
have to
ground.
clean it.
No.
freaking
Leave it greasy and dirty.
Bro, no.
the first time,
That's too far.
the first time I went to go reload 556/223, I got super excited because it's like, oh, I found super cheap brass. It's all fucking military brass, which means every single primer pocket is crimped. And I have spent more
Ooh.
time trying to mess around with a swaging tool or with a little freaking like a little reamer to ream out primer pockets. Oh, I will never do it again.
So I came
Right.
up with a fun method where I look at the back of the case, and if it doesn't say 223 Remington, I throw it in a different bin, and
Well,
I'm
you
going to
have
send
to.
that to Chris Brannon eventually because I am not.
Oh, I've still got probably
Ah.
1,000 cases. of that
He
crap
didn't
lying.
hit the mute button.
No, I've still got like 1,000 cases of that crap lying around because I bought a whole bunch of it, going like, "Oh, it's so fucking cheap, yay!" And oh no.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Although
223.
Wolf 223, Wolf Gold 223 is on the butt end because it is well, it comes off the same, or I don't think they even import it anymore. It Wolf Gold 223 was brass cased, and it rolled off of Taiwan's military assembly lines.
Interesting.
So it's still crimped on the ass end of it, but yeah, it sucks.
We have my little case trimmer. I got bored, just so I took that little handle off and I snapped my drill on there, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wait,
fucking
this one's a 300 blackout now. Oops.
Yeah, no,
I have. Go ahead.
we're all square, and actually,
Square bullets. Sweet.
Canadian bullets.
square, but
I have.
we've been trying to fine tune some shit. I guess not really fine tune, just make shit like kind of group with what we had, and we've got like 7 pounds of Varget, Hodgson Varget powder, and I finally found a load that works in my AR, and so I'm pretty fucking excited about that.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
it's
talking about square
one
bullets.
ragged hole.
Do y'all know
I've
what the
got
Whitworth?
those-
Oh, sorry, finish.
I've got those tools. I've got a chamfer tool, a deburring tool, and a trim tool, and they all mount to a drill. And so when I'm reloading, when you hear "whirr" coming from the garage and you peek in, and I've got all 3 of our cordless drills zip tied, and I'm just grabbing each one, going "Nyop, nyop, nyop," into the buck, "Nyop, nyop, nyop," into the bucket. And do that 3,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I saw Roden in the chat said he has a Girard trimmer that trims chamfers and deburrs in one step. That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, the Girandoni air trimmer.
Oh god, I'm over here using the wrong fucking chat window again.
You're Mike now.
Listen, now you're bad, Mike. I'm good, Mike.
No,
my
you
name's not
can't
Mike.
be good, Mike.
You're still on,
Anyway.
Mike.
All right, he's bad, Mike. I'm not as bad, Mike.
Y'all know what the we're talking about square bullets. Y'all know what the Vince might know what the Whitworth rifle is/was.
No.
Oh, okay. So it's a
Like
I
JG
don't-
Whitworth.
It was
877 bullet now?
cash now. Oh, poor Dave. It is so is a British
if you have
rifle.
long-term payments, but you need cash now.
Oh, oh.
Call JG Whitworth.
Well, y'all know
877
who
cash now.
y'all know who General Sedgwick was back in the Civil War.
No.
The guy who said that they can't hit an elephant at this distance, and then he freaking got shot half second later.
Oh, good for him. I have not heard that story, but good for him.
Oh yeah, well he is sitting on top of his horse, and they're taking fire, and he says, "Son, they couldn't hit an elephant at this distance because somebody told him, hey, maybe you don't want to be sitting up there on your horse when you're getting shot at." And he got shot, within a couple of breaths after that.
Did it get him in the head and just lights out, or did he get hit in the chest and
I
have
don't
time to
recall
think about
exactly.
how dumb he is?
It's the quote. Well, to be fair, he was a long fucking way away. He got shot with what was, at the time, the most mechanically accurate rifle ever built. So the Whitworth rifle, I can't remember if it was made. It's a English British design made by an individual who, and we're talking about square bullets. The rifling on it is it's hexagonal, octagonal. I can't remember which, but the bullets are they're freaking. They look like little drill bits. It's not rifling in the traditional sense. It is a
It's like an octagonal rifling that
Okay,
the
I
drill
get
bit
it.
would
it's
start.
octagonal.
Like,
It's
I can see
pre-cut rifling.
It's
So
pre-cut
normally-
rifling, and it
Normally,
fits.
the rifling engraves when the bullet is forced down the barrel, but these were pre-engraved, so there wasn't the same.
Well, they're not even. I mean, pre-engraved, but they are actually. If you take how the shape of a drill bit, it's slightly twisted, so it matches the twist rate. But they are that shape, so they fit into that rifling exactly.
and it's like a
Machined.
hexagonal or
Now they were expensive.
Octagonal.
Yeah,
They
thank
were
you.
octagonal. I can't remember what it was. I think it is octagonal though. But they were expensive as hell back then. I can't remember if the ones that the Confederates bought, if they bought them with telescopic sights or not, but they were originally fitted with a telescopic sight. And yeah, freaking crazy accurate, especially for back then. And that's what they shot Sedgwick with. Anyway, we're
Well,
talking about
pretty
square
good.
bullets. I've always been fascinated by that thing because it's like the proto version of what was it? Franklin Armory had that rifle that didn't have rifling in it, but
Oh
had,
yeah,
freaking
the
Nerf
straight
football
rifling.
shaped bullet. Only this is far more superior to that freaking
Yeah.
200 years ago. But
The churro gun.
yeah, that
Mhm.
thing.
Dude, they made
What if we
18
put rifling
in-
on bullet?
some of the 1863s have the Whitworth barrel on them. This is cool.
Yeah, that's just one of those fun guns of history. The Whitworth rifles. They're freaking cool.
I mean, if you had like a rocket propelled projectile, you could have it drag stabilized, and then
Dude.
you wouldn't need rifling at
You
all.
mean like a gyrojet?
Fucking rocket ball needs to come
A
back.
gyroscopically stabilized rocket, a gyroc.
Well, that's you know what a gyrojet is?
Probably what I just said, but in jet form instead
Yeah,
of
gyro.
rocket
Well,
form.
they tried to. Somebody made them back in the '60s as an idea, but it's a bullet that has two little fucking holes at the back of it, and it's like a little rocket. And it
Like,
shoots
it's-
out of a little rocket gun. It's like, phew.
It's feasible to make guided
It's
bullet
still
projectiles.
speeding up at 100 yards.
Yeah, that was one of the problems. Well, I mean, there's a lot of problems with it that it's so freaking expensive, but that's a feasible problem with it to try and actually produce one for like self defense. Is if the dude's too close, you're not going to get him as well as if he said, "Yeah, you get a wait, sir, stand back a little bit further. All right, right there
I've got it.
to get to your
Laser guided
maximum."
bullets.
I mean, give them time, but to get to your maximum velocity, it's not at the barrel; it's farther out.
Well, see, that would make Crimson Trace back in the market again, because then suddenly people would want their lasers. Like, look, I can guide my bullets. Huh.
Just fire
Real
it up
life
in the air and then
wanted.
shine the laser on him. You're gonna be really screwed here in a minute.
Hand fired Jericho.
Stop it.
I'm so glad not to be the one coughing along out right now.
Hate
It's a
you.
miracle.
Can you imagine if like a volcanic action actually worked?
Oh,
Dude,
the
like
caseless?
nowadays?
Can you
Yeah.
imagine if the freaking G11 worked? That's the H&K, like you open up the side of it and it literally looks like a freaking clock inside that shot. It was a rifle that shot. I mean, it was a caseless ammo, so bullet
Uh-huh.
embedded in a little square of caseless powder. And oh god, I wish they worked.
Is that
You're
what they
right.
designed Metal Storm on?
No, I don't think so. The G11 is a rifle, and also like it's right. Well, it's kind of rifle shaped. It's also like VHS shaped, and it shoots them one at a time. Now it has it was there's a offshoot of Project Spew, which came out of World War II, where we did all the math on how many bullets were fired, and it turns out that accuracy is not as important as getting lots of bullets over there quickly. And so Project Spew tried to stack like 30 or not 30, like 30 mini projectiles in one 30-06 case. It also tried to do like with the G11, and I can't remember, there's a couple other guns, trying to put basically a burst out the barrel before you even feel the recoil. The AN-94 that the Russians came up with, same concept where it's got like a hyper burst mode. The G11 tried to do that, and it fed out of a long rectangular magazine that loaded in the front of the gun, and the bullets were like a P90 turned on its sides. They faced vertically, and it would pick one of those things up. But the inside of the thing is full of freaking gears, and they're wacky.
Weird.
I wish they worked though, because they're
You know what?
cool as shit.
You know what Metal Storm is?
I believe so. Yeah, You'll have
It's
to
an
remind me.
anti-aircraft gun, kind of based on smokeless projectiles. I don't know if it's. I don't think they have any like in service. I think it's still in its like testing or theoretical stages. But the idea is that you can shoot like 100,000 or 1,000,000 rounds in a
Oh,
second.
so it's a superimposed load.
Yeah,
That's like back
you've got like
in
100 barrels, and they've each got 1,000 rounds inside each barrel, and they just fire
Oh,
one
yeah.
after each other.
so it was
Sounds like
Yeah,
it's right before, I think it was we bought them
Mhm.
in the early days of the of the United States being a country. So back in like the 1780s,
oh, the
1790s,
puckle gun.
not the
Is that
puzzle
what
gun.
you're thinking of?
I can't
No?
I can't think of it off the top of my head. But essentially, imagine this dude invented welding, back then, welding, whatever you want to call it. I think it was like 8 flintlock barrels together. And you would do that same thing where it's a superimposed load. You'd fill the whole thing full of like 40 shots. I can't remember, like per barrel.
Jesus.
It's a ridiculous number. And it had a center tube going down the center that you filled full of powder, and it was flintlock, and you hit it, and so as it would burn down that center, really long touch hole, it hit a bunch of other touch
was-
holes. I'm screwing up on my terminology here, but it would set off one of those 6, basically one superimposed load at a time.
I think that's called a flash hole,
Yeah, flash hole. There you
not
go.
a touch hole, please.
Don't call it a touch
Okay,
hole.
to be fair,
We're
touch
calling
holes-
this a touch hole.
touch hole is what it's called on a cannon, sir. It's called a touch hole. Either way, it's like a flintlock machine gun. Once you start the thing, it just sits there and goes bang, 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 bang. I think one of the problems with it is once it starts going bang, 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 bang,
can't stop it. I
believe
see
we
that
bought a
as a
few of
flaw.
them.
Yes.
I believe we bought a few of them for naval use, but yeah, that's it. But it literally looks like 6 or 8 barrels all welded in a group, and it's got
So
just this metal hook on the back to aim
Well,
it with.
it's the concept of anything worth shooting once is worth shooting a few dozen times.
right. So my thought
Mhm.
is like you've got this concept, right? But you need to think bigger. You need to think large. You need to think Navy. You need 10-pound cannon barrels welded around each other, and then you have 40 rounds installed in each of those cannon barrels, and then you get your little row of
Well-
powder down the center of it, and you wait until you're broadside to the enemy ship, and instead of hitting them with one razzle dazzle, you hit them with 40 fucking razzle dazzles all at once, and then. That's not the only one of these guns you've got on that ship. You've got room on this ship for at least 10 to 12 more of those. So you let all 13 of these bad boys go at once, and that enemy ship is fucking
Mike's
toast.
over here like, but wait, there's more.
Bigger. I'm just imagining, yeah, or your design. You're sitting there banging away, and they've surrendered.
It's
point it
too
over there.
late.
You just put it off to the side. Yeah, any moment now it'll stop.
Hard to starboard. They surrendered.
Well,
Bang, 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 bang. Well, no, never mind.
The Hotchkiss revolving cannon, not the same concept, but you just take a Gatling gun and you scale it up to like 40 millimeter or something like that.
Yes, I am absolutely in.
Wasn't that a Hotchkiss gun?
Well, the Hotchkiss revolving cannon.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
He's talking about the Hotchkiss gun. That's what we started with, and now we're on the Hotchkiss cannon.
No, that's not what we started with.
Well, wasn't the Hotchkiss gun about a 40 millimeter?
I mean, it could be the same. We're talking about the same thing with two different names, but essentially, it's hand cranked.
Yeah.
And they captured a couple of them off San Juan Hill. But yeah, the just Gatling gun hand crank. You just make it bigger, and it just hand cranks around and shoots 40 something millimeter. It's fantastic. We should be able to own those. I want to put one on a pintle mount on my truck.
I think those are pre-98.
It turns out,
but the
turns out
problem is,
there's a
I want
lot
to
of
own
Hotchkiss guns.
I want to own a modern one, but they won't let you do that shit because then it'll be a destructive device.
Oh,
Boo.
I'm thinking the Metal Storm. That's what I'm thinking of. I think.
That's what Mike started on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, technically we started on the Whitworth, and then we went to Gyrojet's Metal
Yes.
Storm, something like that.
Here is our tangent.
I
There are
saw
many
a guy-
like it, but this one is ours.
I saw a guy on Instagram use probably the best use for steel body armor plates that I've ever seen. This is highly hunting related, by the way.
It always
Um,
is.
He built a frame. He got an M60 pintle mount, with an adapter for a Picatinny rail and an AR, and then he welded a metal frame together to make a gun shield. And it's like, that is probably the best use for steel plates I have ever seen.
I'm
Right?
highly intrigued.
I talked to him. I'm going to leave it at that. But, one of these days, if you see me rolling around hunting coyotes or something similar, just roll with it.
Gideon Optics said all shows require pre-dosing cold medicine from now on. Absolute gold. Yeah, Bob, you really want us sounding like this? Next week on Let's Go.
Well, that's why you counteract it with this. You just balance yourself back out.
Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Go Hunt.
Oh,
I
that's
just took a
why-
shot
I
of
already
Makers,
struggle with
but-
sleep. Let me butt chug a monster at 9
That's
p.m.
why.
That's a great idea.
That's why I've got freaking diarrhea of the mouth right now. I just figured it out.
Nobody said you had a buck chug. That was all you, bud.
I assume if it's a 9:30
What he
chug,
does,
it's a butt chug. I
As he
mean,
pops the top, shoves it in there, and does a handstand. Oh, sorry.
While making Zoidberg noises.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Zoidberg's
He's
my
gonna
favorite.
take back our moist discount code. You know that, right?
Hey, at least it'll have been worth it. Oh man, this is what happens when you have
Hooray! I'm helping.
3 dead guys. One guy hopped up on caffeine and nothing to talk about.
I have a
Eventually-
question for you,
Who?
What?
you fellers. So, with this new stupid secure firearms storage law in Colorado,
Oh, like us 2 fellers.
Yeah.
no, this can go to Vince too.
No,
I
this gotta be
am
for a while.
planning on building a rifle rack for the cracker, and they say out of plain view. So the roof of my car is out of plain view because it is so low. So go up, can't see.
I think
Is
your logic is
there-
flawed, but go on.
No, let him cook.
Unless you're a child, Mike.
He's got a curtain
You're
over
like-
it.
Yeah. But is there any like remote access gun locks that you guys can think of? Like, I know
Like
what
key
they
fob?
have in
Open
cop
with-
cars. No, like what they have in cop cars, where just hit a button and it releases a rifle, and just out comes. Yeah, like those.
Except for it's gravity assisted. You just hold up your hand and
I'm thinking that you need curtains in the cracker.
Oh, you mean
Oh.
on the you meant on the insidey roof, not the outsidey
Yeah,
roof.
no, yes, I'm gonna put it on my fucking roof like a
I
goddamn
didn't think
luggage
that-
rack.
Do you understand my confusion with your out of plain sight?
whoa, no. This is better because then you
This
put
is
them
still
forward.
not very good.
You get
but
some
it's
pneumatic
better.
triggers up there.
mean-
you get some solenoids going and a button in the inside.
I cannot be ticketed for having a firearm unsecured inside a vehicle if it's outside. So
Exactly. It's
fuck your
open
system,
carry.
I guess. Open carry cracker.
The Colorado open carry. Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm just gonna go ahead and lean this just right across my windshield, right behind my light bar, if that's okay with you.
You get the
Well-
cop that's just like, I did not get paid enough for this today.
But yeah, no. Headliner rifle rack.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I want a remote lock where I just have to hit a button and then all of a sudden here comes a rifle.
Like a button somewhere else,
Yes.
Spring loaded.
like a kill switch button.
Yeah.
You
kind
hide the
of.
button, and then you push the button only you know about, and it lets the rifle go.
That would in turn make it locking.
Gotcha. So, my opinion is that this law clearly violates Heller, and the state of Colorado can fuck off. But that's my opinion.
My opinion
Um,
is also that I hunt every fucking day, so I'm exempt.
Right. That's fair too.
Oop, hold it.
But
Also, how can you be expected to hunt coyotes if you don't have quick access to your rifle? Like-
So
Roof mount seems like a good idea.
it's
that
called
said,
the black rack, which for cops it seems like an inside joke.
Wow.
But the problem is I'm not sure they sell it to, poor
that is
normal
the
people
issue.
like us.
There
What
is
you
one
do is
rifle
you
mount
put it
that I've
on
been.
your
ahead.
windshield and you tie it to your windshield wiper, and then when you need it, you just bump those wipers and you reach out and grab it while it flips up to you.
I like it. I like it.
You got to turn it on faster because I missed it the last time.
I'll get it. I'll get it eventually.
Is that like when you're trying to break the ice off your wipers?
Yeah,
Autistic.
dude,
grabbing.
that's all the time when I'm plowing snow.
Yeah, you just look like a retarded cat trying to grab a feather.
I'm gonna get the feather. I'm gonna get it. I got it. I gotta let it go.
What's the hell that rack that of course that wouldn't really work maybe.
There was a locking rifle rack that I had looked up. I wanted to put one on the molly racks on my back windows. I realize now that having a rifle visible in a window isn't really ideal, even if it is locked. So I'm not going to do that. But the company, it was about $450. I don't remember the company name that was on my internet before my computer died, so I can't. I'll find it again, but it's not really worth bringing up much because I had their website open for a year waiting for that locking rifle rack to come in stock, and it never did. So they're probably selling them all to the cops and not selling them to us.
Do you remember the name of it?
Oh, no, but I can find it eventually.
I saw some
think-
vehicle locking rifle rack SC-6 mount, which looked almost like it'd be perfect for his. And then it's out of stock.
It was Gray Man Tactical.
Oh, yep, that's the one. Still out of stock.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. Well, bike chains.
These Black Rack people are actually based out of Boise,
Whoa.
Idaho. So, Mike, while you're
See-
up there, just
Let's
swing
do
on
one.
by and see.
I might just could.
All right,
Might
what
swing
you
by
do?
Boise Gun Company too and buy something
What
instantly.
you do is you just take out the passenger seat and buy a surplus weapons locker and just put it right in there. Bolt it to the floor and off you go.
They have a outdoorsman tab on Black Rack, and the first image that pops up is this absolute clap the fuck out Mosin clamped in this thing.
You.
I mean, I like Mosins.
It seems like a good system, but
Is that how you? Oh, they do not spell Black Rack the way I would have expected.
no, it is BLACRAC.com.
Oh, they do maybe sell it to civvies then. All right, cool.
I bet
I
you
didn't actually use the website that close.
BLACKRACK.com was taken.
So I'm not sure how they I'm not sure about the unlocking methods, but that looked kind of promising in terms of like, maybe you could get somehow mounted across
It does.
the roof. So
Yeah, the Black Rack
as
was
for me,
Wait a
I
minute.
have cable locks and hard cases, and that's what I do when I'm going to transport something inside the vehicle. Yeah, that's it.
Mike, I'm going to need you to buy me one of these because it says retired veteran and either active duty or EMT, first responder, or sworn law enforcement can only buy these.
fucking really. What about the outdoorsman
Gay.
ones?
Yeah,
You
fucking.
You have to be
Oh.
You've got to be one
Shut.
of the normal people.
Wait a minute.
I can add it to
Yeah,
my
I don't
card.
know. There you can.
Anyway, we'll figure that out later.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, there's lots of stuff on this website that I'm playing with, and like, yeah, we'll get there. But if you need me to, I'll buy it for you. I don't
Oh
care.
yeah,
10-4.
I mean, you
Mike
got to give
currently
me the money.
browsing urban strip.
It's not
clubs
who
like
you
so-
are. It's not who you are. It's who you know.
And it's definitely not what you know. It's who you know. And it's not why you know
Exactly.
it. It's who you know. And it's not where you learned it. It's
What?
who you know. I'm just going through the W's. Who, what,
Oh.
where, why,
How?
when.
Who are you?
Oh, the de-evolution is nearly complete.
Yeah. I mean, Vince hasn't talked for like 5 minutes. I think he might be gone.
I'm worried he
voice is
hasn't
out.
breathed in 5 minutes.
I
Vince,
mean,
can you
I
like
can still
give us
see
a
his
thumbs
upright
up?
face.
What happened?
Oh, there, he's
You
alive.
summoned me. You summoned me.
I wanted to summon you back from the depths of the Black Lagoon just to see if you were still alive.
Who
It's kinda
dare
selfish of
summon
me, but-
from the depths?
Yeah,
but-
it's just I was just checking on you. It's cool. You go back to the
get right
depths.
here. I think
That's
I can
fine.
only whisper at this point.
Well, that's cool because you're doing outro.
The hell I am.
I'll do it.
I think it's Dave.
No, I can do it.
Dave does have it. All right. Oh my gosh.
I love how he mutes 2
Halfway
seconds
through.
before he's done coughing.
No, that was not 2 seconds. Like I have way more. I get it when I can click it
I'll mute you.
permanently.
On this sick-filled
Do something
episode,
besides
support
the
the sport
behavior thing.
and take a buddy hunting. If you like that buddy,
Keep
tell him
thinking
about
about
our show.
that.
If you don't, wine and dine his mom. Remember, she likes it gentle.
Only for
Hit
you.
us up at lghpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and let's go hunt some Sudafed.
NyQuil time.
We didn't do the coupon codes.
That's
Moist and let's
Hey,
go.
if you want Gideon, use Moist. If you want Camerado, let's go hunt.
Yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you,
I like-
Vincent.
I like
our code's the best.
Quebec, but
Whatever.
Touch hole is one letter away from being even more funny.
that'll do.
Hey, shut the